Welcome to week 4 of our weekly meal prep series. I am so excited that you guys have been enjoying this series so much. You've been amazing, liking, commenting, and sharing the videos, so keep it up. I really appreciate all the support. This week, I am super excited to share our menu with you because it is protein-packed, it is nutrient-dense, and of course, it is super delicious, which is really what's most important. This week, we're getting started by heading to the stovetop and boiling some eggs. In my house, 6 eggs is plenty, but you can boil, of course, as many as you like. We are going to rinse our boiled eggs in cold water and then peel them. So you should find this little air pocket at the bottom. Get under that membrane. These eggs can be stored in your refrigerator for up to 5 days. Next, we are going to get our quinoa started. So in a small saucepan, we are going to combine 1 part quinoa to 2 parts vegetable stock. And you can also add a little bit of minced garlic if you want. It just gives the quinoa even more delicious flavor. We're gonna bring this to a boil, and as soon as it's come to a boil, we're gonna turn the heat down to low, put the lid on, and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Once that time is up, we're gonna turn the heat off and let it sit another 5 minutes. What could be easier than this? Your quinoa is done. Next up, we are going to mix up some super simple tuna salad. Now we are getting started with 2 cans of drained tuna. Now it's really important to use sustainably sourced tuna because obviously the health of our oceans is critical for the planet. So be sure you're buying the sustainable kind. It's a little more expensive, but I promise you, it is well worth the investment. So to our tuna, instead of adding a whole lot of mayo, we're gonna add just a drizzle of olive oil, some lemon juice, some salt and pepper, and some beautiful fresh dill. All you need to do is give it a good mix with your fork, and it can be stored in your fridge for 3 or 4 days. You can eat it over toast or over pasta, over quinoa, or over this delicious salad I'm about to show you. Now for this salad, we are going to be steaming some veggies. We'll steam our potatoes first, and then our green beans. You can use the same pot, but just make sure you have plenty of water. Once your veggies are steamed, you're gonna wanna let your ingredients cool completely, and then you can put together your salad. Basically, in a large bowl, all we're gonna do is combine our potatoes with our green beans, some cherry tomatoes, and some chopped kalamata olives for a nice salty bite. For the dressing, it couldn't be simpler. We're combining some olive oil with some white wine vinegar, a little bit of garlic, and some Dijon mustard. That helps bring it all together. I'm gonna whisk this together really, really well and dress my salad with it. Yum! This salad can be stored in your refrigerator for up to 5 days, and it is absolutely perfect for lunch. Next up, we are talking snacks, and this week it is all about my homemade hummus. I love making hummus myself because the food processor really does all of the work. We're going to start with some canned chickpeas that I've just drained and rinsed. To that, we are adding a whole lot of garlicky goodness. I'm talking 3 or 4 cloves in my hummus. You could totally dial that back if you're not that big a fan of garlic. Then we are going to juice 1 lemon into our food processor. We're gonna top this with a little bit of salt and a few scoops of tahini. If you're not familiar with tahini, it's basically a paste made of sesame seeds. You can absolutely leave it out, but it's what gives hummus its signature nutty flavor. I'm gonna put the lid on my food processor and let it start to blend. As the mixture is blending, you are going to start slowly drizzling in your olive oil. You also do not want to add your olive oil before you start blending because what we're looking for is a beautiful emulsion, and that happens only if you add your olive oil slowly. When you're done, you have this gorgeous, velvety, homemade hummus that is absolutely delicious when served with basically anything. But in my case, it's going to be served with some peppers and zucchini sticks. We're gonna finish off this week's meal prep with some berry goodness. All I'm doing is combining some blackberries, some blueberries, and some raspberries, and I'm gonna put them in individual containers so they are easy to grab on the go when you're feeling peckish. I really hope you enjoyed this week's menu and that you will give it a try. And of course, if you do, be sure to tweet or Instagram me a photo because you know I love seeing what you're coming up with in your very own kitchens. And speaking of Instagram, if you haven't already, be sure to follow me there at the Domestic Geek One because every day through January, I am sharing brand new smoothie recipes. And I have to tell you, they are awesome, if I do say so myself. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Domestic Geek because there's lots more weekly meal prep where this came from.